Students, this is a differential equation of a simple harmonic motion. We have to derive a equation, and from there you have to find out from the differential equation you have to find out the velocity and acceleration and displacement of the simple harmonic motion. Normally it comes for first year BSc or the second semester throughout in India. This is a simple question. They'll ask you for 3 marks or 5 marks, it depends. Here I am taking an example of spring mass oscillation. Either it has been suspended under the gravity, or imagine the situation in which what this is the smooth surface, right? There is a mass, m is the mass, attached to a spring, okay. Now there is no gravity at all. Gravity, mass is there, right? It is oscillating. Let v is the velocity of the mass at any instant. As it moves in this direction, what happens? It compresses the spring. This is a second picture of it, right? It is completely compressed, right? The mass has come here. This was the original position. Now it is compressed such a way that what? After one particular time, what distance, the velocity becomes 0, right? It has moved through a distance, say x. No, it is not 0, it is closer to 0. And here, when it comes to, the velocity gradually decreases because the spring is compressed. At the same time, there is a force, opposing force is acting on this direction. Now, when it reaches this position, complete compressed position, then velocity becomes 0, right? Velocity becomes 0. And there is a force, maximum force. This is called restoring force. Here what happens? The more the displacement, more is the force. You can call the restoring force is directly proportional to displacement. This is the mean position. Here v is the velocity at any instant. Velocity gradually decreases and becomes 0. Now what will happen once it reaches here? The force develops here. This pushes back due to the inertia. See, as the x increases, the force also increases, and when velocity becomes 0, in spite of that, the force is working on it. Here I will write F is equal to x and k is some constant. I put a negative sign. That means force is opposite to the displacement. Displacement is like this, but force is opposite to the displacement. This is called a restoring force, right? Where what is k? K is also called spring constant. K is spring constant, all I write. K is equal to magnitude of the force by displacement. And what is the unit of spring constant? Newton per meter. Is it clear? Now what happens when it comes back? Then the force will be equal to 0. The force is acting. Then what will next? What will happen? Then it will come the same speed. By the time it comes here, it has developed certain velocity, right? By the time, because of this force, it has developed the velocity. That means what? It is velocity gradually increasing because the force is equal to this mass of the body and acceleration. It is accelerating. The beginning velocity is 0. Then gradually the velocity increases. It becomes maximum here, right? Due to inertia, what will happen? It will come here somewhere. Due to inertia, it will come here, then gradually, here it is a maximum velocity, then velocity gradually decreases and this velocity becomes 0. Now this distance is equal to same as this distance. Now I will call, this is called amplitude. This I call amplitude. That is the maximum displacement from this reference position. Once you start overshooting, the restoring force changes its direction. Right? Previously, restoring force was this direction because movement was like this. Now here what? The movement is this direction, restoring force is opposite direction. That is the reason everything we can write it in a simple form. Okay. Now what is the displacement from the, see, this is the mean position. Displacement from mean position is called amplitude. I'll write this is an amplitude. Your velocity is 0. When here amplitude maximum, see, when t is equal to 0, here velocity is equal to 0, then x becomes a. That is, when v equal to 0, x becomes a. Remember. Understood? When v is equal to v maximum, this is called v maximum. Right? V maximum. X becomes 0. Now you can visualize in this direction also. See, spring mass oscillation. Some textbook, they explain like this, right? That pull the spring to the maximum position and release it. This is an amplitude. Then what? This is the displacement from mean position. This is the mean position, x. And displacement is like this, force is this direction you applied. When it moves like this, the force is, that means the spring is pull the bob along this direction. Therefore, displacement decreases along the direction of the forces. Okay. Now, you got the equation F is equal to minus kx. F is what? Mass into acceleration is equal to k into x. M into acceleration is what? D square x by dt square is equal to kx, or d square x by dt square is equal to minus k by m x. You bring this side, d square x by dt square plus k by m x equal to 0. That means what? Acceleration at any instant is directly proportional to the displacement from mean position. And is also acceleration directed towards the mean position. Acceleration is always directed towards the mean position. Therefore, that is the characteristics of simple harmonic motion. And this is in the form of dx square by dt square plus omega square x equal to 0, where omega square is equal to k by m, or omega is equal to square root of k by m. Omega is equal to theta by t, or theta is maximum, angle is what? 2 pi, and time taken for omega theta is maximum is 2 pi, 1 complete rotation. T is time taken for 1 rotation is period, is equal to square root of k by m. You do like this, reverse it, square root of m by k. Therefore, t is equal to 2 pi by square root of m by k. Period. And frequency is equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of k by m. Okay. Now this is a differential equation of a particle executing simple harmonic motion. Differential equation of a particle executing simple harmonic motion. Now how to solve this? That means obtain an expression for velocity and acceleration of the simple harmonic motion. Here I'll starting from this second part. You know, d square x by dt square plus omega square x equal to 0, right? Therefore, this is d by dt dx by dt is equal to minus omega square x. I can write like this. That means I am solving this. The second part to obtain the expression for velocity and acceleration. I am solving this. Here what? D by dt. This is v is the velocity. Dx by dt is called velocity minus omega square x. Therefore, dv by dt is equal to minus omega square x. Now what I do is dv, here dx dt multiply numerator denominator by dx, just I am introducing it. Now this is dv by dx, but dx by dt is what? V is equal to minus omega square x. Do the variable separable, therefore v dv is equal to minus omega square x dx. Now integrating it, v dv is equal to minus omega square x dx. Here v square by 2 is equal to minus omega square x square by 2 plus c1. Now when v equal to 0, x becomes a. That is the maximum displacement from mean position, right? That is, when v equal to 0, x becomes a, is it not? When e is equal to 0, x becomes a. Therefore, this is the initial position. This is the maximum displacement from initial position. X is displacement at any position, any time. Displacement at any instant from the mean position. This is the mean position or equilibrium position. Here you substitute here 0 square by 2 is equal to minus omega square x equal to a x square by 2 plus c1. You send this side, therefore c1 equal to minus is equal to omega square a square by 2. c1 is equal to. You substitute the c1 here, therefore v square by 2 is equal to minus omega square x square by 2 plus omega square a square by 2 multiply by throughout by 2, these get cancelled, therefore v square is equal to omega square is a common factor, a square minus x square. Omega square a square minus x square, and v is equal to plus or minus omega square root of a square minus x square. V is equal to omega, and take the positive value a square minus x square. Now here what is the acceleration? What is the acceleration? Acceleration is equal to d square x by dt square minus omega square x. Okay. Here what I write? Velocity. I got that acceleration. I got that velocity. Now velocity is equal to displacement by time. Is equal to omega square root of a square minus x square. Again do the variable separable, dx by square root of a square minus x square is equal to omega dt cross multiply, and integrating it, dt. This is what will get. This is sin inverse x by a is equal to omega. Integration of dt is what? T plus c2. Here this represents some angle, right? C2 is represent some angle. This also represents some angle. Therefore, what I write? C2 is equal to some angle theta naught, I write. This is also called initial phase. Initial phase. Therefore, sin inverse x by a is equal to omega t plus theta naught. Therefore, x by a is equal to sin inverse omega t plus theta naught. Therefore, x is equal to a sin omega t plus theta naught. This is the initial phase. Therefore, omega t plus theta naught is equal to total phase of a wave. Now you got displacement, velocity and acceleration for a simple harmonic motion. Now one thing you have to remember here, this is what you have got it now, omega square is k by m, all these values, and period is depends on mass of the body and spring constant, all that. Okay, therefore now you know displacement is equal to a sine omega t plus initial phase, then the velocity is equal to dx by dt, that is equal to omega square root of a square minus x square, and the acceleration, that is d square x by dt square is equal to minus omega square into y. You got it? All these three are very, very important. Now you can calculate particle frequency. You can calculate what is the frequency. Period is equal to 2 pi by square root of m by k. You have done it. And the frequency is equal to 1 by period, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of k by m. Okay. What is omega? Omega is called angular frequency. Omega is equal to 2 pi by tr, 2 pi by f, or 2 pi. Sometimes nu they will use it for higher frequency. Now, suppose they will ask you to calculate the third question. Calculate the energy of a simple harmonic motion. Energy. That is another standard question they will ask you for that. And prove that next simple harmonic or simple pendulum and compound pendulum we can discuss. Alright? Thank you.